what we fear most living in Oklahoma. A massive tornado coming down from the sky and tearing through a community. We watched this video in horror last night, and now seeing some of the damage this morning only confirms our worst fears. We're getting new information about damage, injuries, and power outages across Enid. We just spoke with Governor Kevin Stitt, asked him about the recovery effort and what his office is doing in the moments after the storm.
All things considered, there was zero deaths and only minor injuries. And so just thank the Lord that, there were no deaths or anything like that. But right now we're just focused on, cleaning everything up. You can report damage at damage.ok.gov. And right now, we've got 1,600 people still in Garfield County without power. So we're trying to figure out how do we get that restored as quickly as possible for our neighbors.
The governor says his office is already working with the Small Business Administration, trying to bring in low-interest disaster loans to help people that are going to have to be rebuild now over the weeks ahead. His office also considering a state of emergency, and we know that the governor plans to visit that area at some point today. We'll follow up with him here on KOCO 5. From there, we want to continue our team coverage this morning. KOCO's Olivia Hickey is now on the ground showing us some of the damage. Olivia, I know you're on the south side of town where the tornado hit. That looks like perhaps a farm behind you. Tell us what you're seeing there this morning.
That's right, Cameron. We're in the area of East Fox Drive, and farms were impacted as well. As you can see, this pole barn had the entire cover ripped off, but this is only some of the damage we are seeing right now. Homes destroyed, lives destroyed, families devastated, but luckily, like the governor mentioned, no one has been killed, thankfully. I did check in with volunteer firefighters, the county sheriff this morning, and they all said they sprang into action right away. Again, grateful that nobody was killed. One neighborhood hit particularly hard about 5 minutes from here, has still been closed to the media and to public, but we are still working to figure out when those doors will be open so we can get you guys a closer look at that damage we're seeing on the ground right now. As for what's next, we're told cleanup and recovery continues. I did check in with Enid Public Schools today. They did post on Facebook. Schools were open today. The only school that was closed was the Eisenhower Elementary School due to the closure of Vance Air Force Base, but we are going to be up here all day bringing you the latest. Cameron?
Yeah, Eisenhower Elementary School inside the gates of Vance Air Force Base, so they've been closed today. Other Enid schools staying open. Let's continue our team coverage. KOCO's Kylie Thomas has been in Enid for hours now. She got there before the sun came up this morning and showing us more of the damage on the ground.
As the sun comes up this morning, we're getting a better understanding and fuller scope of the damage here in Enid, Oklahoma. Behind me is a structure that has been completely mangled, just a mountain of debris. The structure has been leveled down to its foundation. Now to my right is a field just full of scattered debris for miles. This is just a small picture of what Garfield County looks like Friday morning following last night's tornado emergency. In Enid, Kylie Thomas, back to you.
And our greatest resource here at KOCO is Sky 5, the first helicopter in the air when the sun came up this morning. Chase able to show us the devastation, what's now left of a neighborhood just east of Highway 81, very close to Vance Air Force Base.
I think we're on the far east side of where the tornado may have lifted as it passed through the south side of Enid. You can see some damage here to this structure. Don't even know if it was a home. But if we look across the field, there were some structures that were like just rolled across this field. There you can see the path as the tornado kind of threw them across the field. You can also see the path of the tornado. If we zoom out a little bit, Francisco, and go to the left, you can see the path as it made its way right across that field, that light area. That's the path of the tornado, and right there towards the top of your shot, I believe that's where it lifted, because further to the east, I don't see any more damage.
Chase was able to see the path of the tornado, at least EF3. We're thinking possibly even EF4 level damage. Enid Police, Oklahoma Highway Patrol rushed to that scene as soon as that tornado touched down last night. We spoke with the mayor of Enid in the moments after the storm touched down, the tornado touched down. Here's what he said about their response.
Enid PD responded instantly, and they search as much as they can, but then when OHP shows up, they turn everything into quadrants so that they know for sure when they go through an area that it's been totally cleared. So that's what they're doing. Enid PD is still there, but they try to do it in a little more, what am I trying to say, clinical way, so that they know that people are are clear of a house, that we haven't left someone behind.
And if you or anyone you know needs disaster help, you can call the number on your screen or visit the link that we've posted online. There's also places you can go if you want support, if you want to support the Red Cross's efforts. Speaking of the Red Cross, they have set up a shelter in the wake of the tornado. It's at the Chisholm Trail Expo Center in Enid on the north side of town. We spoke with the Red Cross last night about what they have at that shelter.
When you come to a Red Cross shelter, you can count on there being, one, a safe place to stay, a place to charge your devices. You'll be able to get food, water, and work with people who can understand any unique recovery needs that you may need. If you have health issues or have lost medical equipment that you need addressed, if you need emotional support after a disaster, if you're going to need financial assistance to start recovering. Those are all things that people can access at a Red Cross shelter.
Again, the shelter is at Chisholm Trail Expo Center in Enid. It's going to be staying open for as long as people need to use it. Anyone that's been affected by the tornadoes. We also know that this tornado is very close to Vance Air Force Base. We are also following closely the power outage situation. We want to show you that map, which does show you where there were outages very close to the base. We're seeing much improvement here. Around 2,000 customers were without power overnight, but you can look at that number on the left side, kind of towards the top, 365. We're now under 400 customers dealing with a power outage in the area around where the tornado hit. So that's good news. OG&E crews have been there. Look at this. Sky 5 saw them as they were responding this morning, watching as they put up some of the power lines that were knocked down from the storm. You can imagine how difficult it was for them. The debris spread across the roads. The power lines just completely snapped in half. Another really important note at the bottom of your screen now, damage.ok.gov is the place to go. If you have any damage, you can report it to the state, and that's really going to help them with their assessment.
Damon, look at it. Now we got the condensation funnel. It's more than halfway to the ground. Look at that. It's all spinning. Yeah, let's go ahead and stop for just a second, Kyle. Actually, we have another one that's over to the left, too, underneath the wall clouds. Yeah, it's on the ground. And there's also a funnel that's over to the left. We may have two tornadoes at the same time.
Yeah, this is before the tornado hit Enid. Storm Command got this video of a different tornado near Bremen in Kay County. The sheriff there told us that barns got destroyed. You can see how big that tornado was as well. The good news coming out of Bremen is that there's no reports of any injuries from that tornado.